See, I don't know. I feel like you're taking it a little bit too far there. Men have a trademark thing women don't need to do.
What?
Stand up to pee.
I mean, they
making these utensils now. These women is to stand up to pee. Let me tell you something, brother.
The moment I see a woman stand up and whip out a silicone dick and pee, listen.
I'm gonna wait till she's finished, clean it up, and I'm gonna suck that thing up.
Oh God.
Oh man.
But
like, to be honest with you, I don't like it whenever we sit down and we have this kind of conversation because so much shit can be brought up and so much shit can go down. But then again, it's these same times that I just enjoy so much whenever we just sit here and we're just fucking hanging out, but we're being serious at the same time.
Yeah, just because people need to talk about this shit more. You know, change isn't going to happen by just one or two people talking about it.
I want to bring this up since we're kind of somewhat on topic. This is how I feel about this. This is how everybody needs to be acting towards each other. Mm-hmm. Pretty much what I'm talking about, racism.
Yeah.
Alright, so if you... Now, this is probably the lowest I could go for a comparison, but if you listen to Joyner Lucas's song, I'm Not Racist, granted, if you watch that video or listen to that song, don't get mad, because the N-word is brought up a couple times, and the white guy is lip-syncing the song.
Yeah.
But it's a black guy singing it, so I mean, you know, don't be hating on the white man, you know. But they bring up very valid points, like, because the whole song is based off of the white's point of view, and then the black's point of view, and then what we should really be doing together.
Yeah.
Is we need to do as a country.
Yeah.
Is we need to take everybody, and we just need to know everybody's side of the story.
Yeah.
Because we say there's a Mexican guy in here, and he was racist against white guys, and say, which I'm not, but say I was racist against Mexicans.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, I make a lot of like racist jokes or whatever. I'm not racist.
Yeah.
One of my
funny jokes.
One of my best friends in school was Mexican.
Yeah.
But see, what I'm going to try and do, just with the way of the person I am, I'm going to try and understand his background. Yeah. I'm going to try and learn everything I can about that guy before I make any kind of judgment on him.
Yeah, to understand why he is the way he is.
Like, I mean, you know, at first glance, like, oh, that guy might be a dick. But I'm not going to say, I don't fucking like that guy. He's Mexican. That motherfucker he probably doesn't have a green card, a little fucking scratch back, whatever. I mean,
yeah.
He needs to go back across the fucking border. No, I'm not going to say that shit.
Bullshit.
I mean, if he comes up and talks to me, I'm going to talk to him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to try and get to learn who he is and all that different kind of stuff and all that. I mean, if he comes at me sideways, then we're going to have a problem.
One thing that I wish more people would understand is, okay, so just like you said, I'm not trying to be that guy, but I'm gonna be that fucking guy right now. You know, when it comes to racism and stuff like that, too many people like to live in the past. What happened in the past.
For real, though.
Like, say, we're all white in this room. We're held accountable for what our ancestors did. For what
do you see me owning a slave?
No, I've never owned a slave. A day in my life. I don't want to own a slave.
No.
Because that's fucking bullshit. 100% bullshit. And if you're the one, for all you people out there listening, if you're one of those people who brings it up in a topic of conversation, what someone's race did in their past, you need your fucking teeth knocked down your throat. Especially if you're not doing it for historical value. If you're doing it to prosecute this person or that person and label them as racist because of the color of their skin, you can go fuck off.
For real.
I mean, if you want to talk about history of what races have done to each other, the very races that were enslaved also enslaved themselves before we got over there.
Yeah.
Enslaving other tribes and stuff like that has been going on for thousands of years.
Yeah.
Romans did it to everyone they conquered. African tribes did it to enemy tribes. Native Americans did it to other tribes.
Yeah.
Egyptians did it to just about everybody, including the Jews. I mean, it's been going on for thousands and thousands of years. And just talking about it even now over some stupid shit, it doesn't need to be said.
Yeah.
It needs to be one of those things that people should acknowledge that it once existed.
And just move the fuck on from it.
Yeah, move on.
See, my biggest thing, okay, so
Move on.
say from
Be strong. I'm
say
not
like
coming
the
back.
whole the Black Lives Matter and the white power, all that kind of crap. Don't get me wrong, I love white people most of the time. I love black people most
Fucking
of the
white
time.
people.
But just think about it. Think about how good your life is now. Like, think about how, okay, and it's like you said, like different races and different cultures would enslave their own races and cultures. It didn't matter. Fuck your color.
Yeah.
It didn't matter what you were. I mean, if you was a little bitch, you was fixing to be a slave. That's all there fucking was to it.
It didn't matter what happened. You could have been an enemy of this group that came through and conquered your group, or you could just be that poor ass person on the farm trying to make a living for yourself, got into debt, and they said, fuck you, you're a slave now.
Like,
I mean,
in my opinion, it's cool to acknowledge the past. Know what happened in the past.
Yeah, because I mean, you need to know because that's
Yeah,
our history.
that's how you
where
fucking learn
everything.
from it.
Yeah, that's what. That's, like,
Once-
if you don't study on it, then you'll never know, and then if you never know, then you're just gonna be a dumb fuck.
once history is forgotten, it will repeat itself.
Very much so.
It's
yeah.
happened
Just like
every single time.
And it's just like you said earlier. That is exactly what we're on the
doing.
track of.
Yeah.
We are reversing time.
Taking down the fucking statues. Robert E. Lee, his statue was taken down. I get that you don't like that motherfucker, but guess what? He's the one who led the revolution in the South, if I'm not too badly mistaken. But if you look back at what we stood for back then,
Yeah.
we were the ones, slavery this, don't abolish slavery. That's what we were fighting for, was to keep slavery a thing. Abraham Lincoln put that to an end.
For real.
But don't take that motherfucker statue down because he's who represented the South at that time. We might not like him now, but that doesn't mean take his fucking statue down. Because
It's part of history.
yeah,
It's
how
part
are we
of-
gonna know
It's
who?
a part of what made this country to the point of where it got up to.
Yeah.
He made it to the point of where it was the best country in the world. If it wasn't for him, who knows what could have happened. I mean, and if I'm not mistaken, at some point in time, I heard to where they wanted to take the very first founding fathers down.
Mm-hmm.
Like Teddy Roosevelt and all them off the fucking mountain.
Which is fucking retarded. You don't need to take this shit
They
down. It's a
founded
part of
this
your
shit.
history. Without them, we wouldn't be who we are today.
I mean, you've got your heroes who should always be remembered. But at the same time, you always have to remember what happened on the opposite side
So,
of the coin. You
the
need
thing-
to remember the villains as well.
You have to know both sides of the story.
Like I said earlier, if you forget what happened in history, it will repeat itself.
Every time.
Hitler, when he turned and attacked Russia, he made the exact same mistake as Napoleon
Yeah.
because he didn't know history.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't know that Napoleon also attacked Russia in the middle of winter without any kind of clothing to combat with. And he failed just like Napoleon.
Yeah.
So many things have occurred throughout history.
That they're just
Like,
repeating
because-
past mistakes.
Yeah.
Because they don't know any better. And I'll be the first to say I'm not a huge history buff. I don't know everything that's ever happened ever, but
Right.
I know enough. I know enough to this is bad, this is good. Don't do this bad shit because it's just gonna
Yeah.
cause
It's
Mayhem.
going to keep going.
it's gonna cause anarchy.
Eventually, probably. But I mean,
This shit's retarded. Like I personally don't understand it. So if someone's out there listening, tell me, let me know why we should take down these motherfucker statues. Let me know. Let me understand your point of view on it. Maybe it can change my mind.
And
I don't know.
tell me, okay, I've heard so many different stories. I'm not doing this to start any kind of controversy or any kind of arguments or anything like that. Tell me why the Confederate fucking flag is racist. I've heard so many different fucking stories.
Because they say it stands for slavery.
Motherfucker,
it stands for racism.
That was the flag that was flying when them fuckers were set free.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
It's our state flag.
It is literally
that's what it is.
Flag. Sure. Matter of fact, whenever I was in school, I had a belt buckle that had it on there. And you couldn't even hardly see it. It was only probably 4 inches wide, 3 inches tall, 4 inches tall, whatever. It's just a little square.
But apparently everyone that flies that
Everyone that flies the flag.
Everyone who flies that flag is immediately labeled racist and should be kicked out.
There was a time when the Confederate flag stood as the symbol of the Confederacy. But that was however many years ago, however many 100 or so years ago that occurred. Today, that is our state flag.
Very much so.
Sure, it's somewhat of a representation of the past.
But it's history.
You need to remember history in order
Granted,
to keep moving
it might
forward.
remind you of the past, of what happened to them back then, but that's not you. You're not then.
And
You're
at the same time, a lot of motherfuckers are going to hate me, but good. Let it remind you of the past. Let it remind what that flag once stood for and what it stands for now. That's all there is to it, you know?
I mean, and people need to remember. I mean, granted, yeah, it may not have been the best times for this race. It may not have been the best time for this. It might have been the greatest time for this race or culture or whatever.
But at the same time,
you always need to remember.
Yeah.
No matter what.
But the most important thing is to remember it and move on from that, because the longer you're stuck in the past,
from your mistakes.
Learn from your mistakes.
As far as racism goes in today,
That's
I don't know
taking
about
a
you
whole
guys.
new extreme.
I don't know about
Nowadays.
you guys, but I don't walk around in the streets and see black men getting flogged in the streets for no fucking reason just because they're black.
No.
I don't see Asians getting put into concentration camps.
Now, I
don't
will
see-
say one thing about, the racism nowadays and stuff. You still have those particular people who are brought up with the older generation.
Yeah.
Oh, black people are this, Mexicans are that, this, that, and the other. But it's your job to know that that's not right. That
That's it.
what you're doing, judging a man by the color of his skin, is fucked up. Just like these cops, that go around killing black people.
Yeah.
Who are unharmed. I'll tell you a story. Actually, I just seen the video on Facebook. There was this couple literally sitting in their car singing love songs to each other. Cop comes over there. Dude gets out. He shoots him to death. He was unarmed. And the cop literally told him what to do. He did it, got shot dead. That's fucked up. To kill someone just because they're not the same color as you.
Yeah.
And see, and it's not just okay, and it's not just the whites with the blacks. It's also blacks with the whites,
Oh, yeah.
or the blacks with the Mexicans, or the Mexicans with the blacks,
Or the Asians.
Yeah, we don't leave the Asians out of the equation right now.
They're too smart for this.
They smarter than us white folks. I mean, that's why they live over in China.
They can do math
They
real
can-
easy. No.
they-
Just picking. Don't hate us.
Nah, we love you, Ching Ching folks.
You ching ching folks.
We love you. We especially love you because we don't know if you high or if you just not.
Make
Not
good
to
food.
mention,
Hey, really good
you
food.
created an awesome contribution to society, Bruce Lee.
Yes.
I mean,
And Japan with their video games.
and the
So
animes.
overseas,
The
so I mean-
animes. Oh, yes.
What people need to realize is that us as a whole, we're all equal. Everyone that walks this earth, just because you have this amount of money or you have this fancy car, doesn't mean you're better than the person on the street begging for change, because you don't know what he's been through. You don't know his life. You don't know his struggle.
Probably about 8 out of 10 times you see a homeless man on the street. That's probably more than likely going to be a war vet.
Yeah.
He's probably been through more shit than anybody in your whole entire ancestry.
Because they have to go overseas and witness hundreds of people fucking dying. And they're the ones having
Matter of
to kill
fact,
them.
I know somebody personally. He not in the best shape of his life. Got sent overseas. Had to kill a kid
Uh-huh.
Yep.
because the fucking kids over there, the parents are fucking sending their kids and shit with grenades, trying to, suicide attempts. Well, suicide bombers pretty much is in kid form, and you wouldn't even know it. And sure enough, had to drop a kid, he's been messed up about it ever since.
Mm-hmm. I can imagine.
And especially, it hurts him even worse because he has kids of his own.
Yeah, very much so.
And it's
it's fucked up.
it's really fucked up.
This world is just
we're not gonna get in this topic very deep. Like Donald Trump said, whenever he started out, his father gave him a small, quote unquote, word for word, small loan of $1 million.
I wish I could get a small loan of $1 million. All I'm saying, I can do a lot of shit with that. I can buy a house, buy a car.
Dude, my family
Get a drum
would be
set.
Okay, I wouldn't get nothing fancy. I'd just get me a little rinky-dink pickup truck, a little car, maybe a motorcycle, because I like motorcycles.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd get us a decent house. It's nothing gonna be fancy. Probably be a trailer. Well, we got a trailer already. Hell, we're just gonna fix that motherfucker up.
There you go.
I probably wouldn't even be able to spend through even half of the $1 million.
Now if I was really trying, I could blow all that money pretty quick.
Oh yeah.
I'd go buy me
just imagine the taxes
vehicle out of everything.
Yeah, just imagine the taxes from it. Especially with the lottery and shit like that. Like, you get X amount of money, but we're gonna take at least half of that.
Well, I mean, if it's a small loan of $1 million.
Yeah, but you see, you also got to think about it too. Say, for instance, and this is kind of a little off topic, but say for instance, the people that have won. Okay, the last time I saw how much the Powerball was, it was $126 million.
Yeah.
You know how much money they're going to get out of that? At least $100 million.
Yeah. Because, taxes and shit.
Taxes are going to take out about $26 million.
Okay.
Which that's still $100 million.
That's that is still $100 million freaking dollars. That is $100 million more than what I got.
You quit your job and go on a permanent vacation for the rest of your life.
Hell no. You best believe if I win the lottery, I don't care if it's millions, billions, or trillions. I'm still gonna work my ass off.
Right.
I'm gonna live my life the way that I do and the way that I prefer. Labor work. I feel like,
have that money set
in my opinion, in my personal opinion, every man, unless you are physically or mentally unable to, should be out there busting your ass.
Right.
9 times out of 10, you've got somebody you gotta support. I don't care what it is you do, but you need to get out there and make that money.
Yeah. Now, I'll say this on my behalf. This is going to get kind of like in a personal situation, but these past 2 years have been really fucked up for me. A lot of fucked up shit has happened. And currently, I'm gonna say this in front of everybody. I don't have a job. I can't pay my own bills. I can't buy my own cigarettes. I can't do this. I can't do that.
Nigga, cigarettes is the only bill you got.
Right. But at the same time, I'm trying. I'm trying to get back on my feet. It's been 2 years.
See, and that's the biggest thing, okay? People want to get mad at people that don't have a job or whatever, but they're actually trying.
Yeah.
That's my thing. If you're actually trying, then I'm going to do my best to help you.
Yeah, cause a trying
as long
man
as
is
you're
better than
putting
not
forth effort, because you can't help somebody that doesn't want to be helped. But if they want to be helped, dude, I'm fixing to help you out the best I can.
There you go.
I mean, that's exactly how
it's a hard thing to do when you can't find any work,
especially in a small little rinky-dink town like this one.
Yeah.
Loosedale, Mississippi.
Loosedale.
But I mean,
Mississippi.
however long without work, and you're trying to get on your feet, find some work, so you can help yourself. It's a hard thing to do.
And then
get into that position.
Whenever you're trying to help yourself, there's so many people holding you down, calling you a bum. You're not trying to do this. I don't see money signs in front of me. But people don't realize that shit doesn't happen overnight. Yeah. You can't just apply and get a call back the next day. It doesn't matter where you're trying to do that at. It doesn't matter. You could apply for Taco Bell right up the road or some fucking big ass ship company, working for. It doesn't matter. You're not just going to be able to put in that application and get that call back unless you know somebody. That's just how this fucking world works.
Entry-level positions are hard to find these days. Everyone wants somebody who has experience, and
but
the only
you
way to
can't
get experience
you can't get the experience unless you get the work.
Yeah.
And they're not putting up enough jobs for apprenticeships or helpers to be able to learn the trade.
Yeah.
They want us newer generations to be able to continue their work. But put out the jobs to where we can.
Yeah.
I must learn how to do this work. but you won't.
And a lot of these places, like the lumber yards and stuff like that, you know, tree workers, you can't go to school for that shit.
Hey everybody, sorry we had to cut this one a little bit short, but the video was too long, so in other words, this is the PodShow, and it will be continued. Come back to tomorrow for the next episode, the continuation of the PodShow.